Okay, let's start then.
Okay.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya
Radha
Ramadava
Madhava Kunja Vihari
Kunjavihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Ramadava
Kunja Vihari
Kunjavihari.
Gopi Chanavallabha Girivarada
Gopijana Balaba Giribaladari.
Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana
Yasudanandana Rajajana Ranjana.
Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana
Yasudana Jana Raja Jana Ranjana.
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamunatira Manachari.
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamunatira Manachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjavihari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Gopichanava Nava Girivaradari.
Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana
Yasudanandana Rajachana Ranjana.
Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana
Yasudanandana Rajajana Ranjana.
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamunatira Banachari.
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamunatira Banachari.
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
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 Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada
Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Prabhupada Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Prabhupada
Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Namo
Namo
Vishnupadaya
Vishnupadaya,
Krishna Prestaya Bhutale
Krishna Prestaya Bhutali,
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimati Bhakti Vedanta,
Swamin Iti Namine
Swamin Itinamini,
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste Saraswati Devi,
Gauravani Pracharini
Gauravani Kacharini
Nirvisesa Sunyavadi
Nirvisisa Sunyavadi
Paschatya Deshatarini.
Paschat Jati Satarini
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Agyanatmirandasya Jananjana Salakve Saksaran Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manabhistam Stabitam Yena Bhutale Shayam Rupa Gadamahyam
Padmayam
Dadati
Gadatasva
Shapadam
Padantikam
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakaya Sri Guru
Padakam
Vaishnava Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Tam Sachivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parijana Satam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishnakamita He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo
Namo Namah
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare And oh my Lord, as powerful as my
Yes. Do you find it?
yeah.
Akne Naya Supataraye Asma
Agnenaya Supata Raye Asnam
Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan
Visbani Deva Mayunani Vidban
Yoyodyasmat Juhurana Meno
Yujasmat Juranam Eno
Bhujistam Te Nama Uktim Vidhema
Buyistampi Nama Opim Vidhema
Akninaya Supataraye Asman
Agnenaya Supata Raye Asnam
Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan
Visbani Deva Mayunani Vidban
Yoyodyasmat Juhurana Meno
Yujasmat Juranam
Bhujistam Te Nama Uktim Vidhema
Buyistan Pi Namapin Vidhima Agnenaya Supat Agnenaya Supata Rayasnam
Akninaya Supataraye Asman
Vismani Deva Bayangani Vidban
Niswani Deva Vayunani Vidvan
Yujasmat Juranam
Yoyodyasmat Juhurana Meno
Buyistan Pi Namapin Vidhima
Bhujistam Te Nama Uktim Vidhema
Oh my Lord, as powerful as fire,
Agni,
Naya,
oh my lord, as powerful as fire. Naya, kindly.
Lilin,
Supata, by the right
supported by the
path.
right path.
Raye, for
Rayi
reaching.
for reaching you,
Asman, as
Asman as,
Vishwani, all.
Vivasni all,
Deva,
Vismani,
oh my
Deva,
lord.
oh my Lord,
Vayunani,
Bayunani action,
actions. With one, the
Vidvan,
knower.
the knower,
Yuyodhi,
Ayodhi
kindly remove
remove
Asmat from
hindrances
us.
on the path.
Juhuranam, all hindrance
Your
on the path.
all hindrances on the path.
And Raha,
All
all
vices.
vices. Wisdom,
Wisdom most
most
numerous.
numerous, say unto you.
Be unto you.
Namaha Uktim,
Namaha
words
Uktam.
of obeisances.
Words
Obeisance.
of obeisances.
With Hema,
With him I
I
do.
do. Translation and proper by History Congress, Abhicharanya Ravina Bhakti. Translation. O my Lord, as powerful as fire, O omnipotent one, now I offer your all obeisances, falling on the ground at your feet. O my Lord, please lead me on the right path to reach you. And since you know all that I have done in the past, please free me from the reaction to my past sins, so that there will be no hindrance to my progress. Purport. By surrendering to the Lord and praying for His causeless mercy, the devotee can progress on the path of complete self-realization. The Lord is addressed as fire because He can burn anything into ashes, including the sins of the surrendered soul. As described in the previous mantra, the real or ultimate aspects of the Absolute is His feature as the personality of Godhead. And His impersonal Brahmajyoti feature is a dazzling covering over His face. Fruitive activities or karma kanda, fall of self-realizations, is the lowest stature in this endeavor. As soon as such activities even slightly deviate from the regulative principles of the Vedas, they are transformed into vikarma, or acts against the interests of the actor. Such vikarma is enacted by the illusion's living entity simply for sense gratification. And thus, such activities become hindrance on the path of self-realization. Self-realization is possible in the human form of life, but not in other forms. There are 8,400,000 species or forms of life, of which the human form qualified by Brahminical culture present, present the only chance of the knowledge of transcendence. Brahminical culture includes truthfulness, sense control, forbearance, simplicity, full knowledge, and full faith in God. It is not that one simply becomes proud of his high parentage. Just as being born the son of a big man affords one a chance to become a big man. So being born the sons of a Brahmana gives one a chance to become a Brahmana. But such a birthright is not everything, for one still has to attain the Brahminical qualification for himself. As soon as one becomes proud of his birth as the sons of a Brahmana and neglects to acquire the qualifications of a real Brahmana, he at once becomes degraded and falls down from the path of self-realization. Thus, his life missions as a human being is defeated. In the Bhagavad Gita 6.41-42, we are assured by the Lord that the yoga brastas, or souls fallen from the path of self-realization, are given a chance to rectify themselves by taking birth either in the families of good Brahmanas or in the families of rich merchants. Such births afford higher chance for self-realization. If these chances are misused due to illusion, one loses the good opportunity of human life afforded by the Almighty Lord. The regulative principles are such that one who follows them is promoted to the platform of creative activities, to the platform of transcendental knowledge. After many, many lifetimes of cultivating transcendental knowledge, one becomes perfect when he surrenders unto the Lord. This is the general process. But one who surrenders at the very beginning, as recommended in this mantra, at once surpasses all preliminary stages, simply by adopting the devotional attitude. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 1866, the Lord at once takes charge of such surrender souls and free him from all the reactions to his sinful acts. There are many sinful reactions involved in karma kanda activities, whereas in jnana kanda, the path of philosophical development, the number of such sinful activities is smaller. But in devotional service to the Lord, the path of bhakti, there is practically no chance of incurring sinful reactions, because the devotee of the Lord attains all the good qualifications of the Lord Himself. But speaks of those of a Brahmana. A devotee automatically attains the qualifications of an expert Brahmana, authorized to perform sacrifices, even though the devotee may not have taken his birth in a Brahmana family. Such is the omnipotence of the Lord. He can make a man born in a Brahmin family as degraded as low-born dog-eater, and he can also make a low-born dog-eater superior to a qualified Brahmana simply on the strength of personal service. Since the omnipotent Lord is situated within the heart of everyone, he can give direction to his sincere devotees, by which they can attain the right path. Such directions are especially offered to the devotee, even if he desires something else. As far as others concerned, God gives sanction to the doer only at the risk of the doer. But in the case of a devotee, the Lord directs him in such a way that he never acts wrong. From Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto, Chapter 5, Text 42 says, Sapadamulam bhajata priyasya daktaya bhavasya hari pareshaha vikarmayachat patitam katanchit dunoti sarvam hridisa nivishtaha. The Lord is so kind to the devotee who is fully surrendered to his lotus feet that even though the devotee sometimes falls into entanglement of karma acts, again the Vedic directions, the Lord at once rectifies such mistakes from within his heart. This is because the devotees are very dear to the Lord. In this mantra of Sri Isopanisad, the devotee prays to the Lord to rectify him from within his heart. To err is human. Incarnate soul is very often apt to commit mistakes, and the only remedial measure to take against such unintentional sins is to give oneself up to the lotus feet of the Lord, that he may guide one to avoid such pitfalls. The Lord takes charge of fully surrendered souls. Thus, all problems are solved simply by surrendering oneself unto the Lord and acting in terms of His direction. Such directions are given to the sincere devotee in two ways. One is by way of the saints, scriptures, and master. The other is by way of Lord Himself, who resides within the heart of everyone. Thus, the devotee fully enlightened with Vedic knowledge is protected in all respects. Vedic knowledge is transcendental and cannot be understood by mundane educational procedures. One can understand the Vedic mantras only by the grace of the Lord and the spiritual master. Yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tata gurau. Shvetastatra Upanishad, Chapter 6, Text 23. If one takes shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, it is to be understood that he has obtained the grace of the Lord. The Lord appears as the spiritual master for the devotee. Thus, the spiritual master, the Vedic injunctions, and the Lord Himself from within all guide the devotees in full strength. In this way, there is no chance for a devotee to fall again into the mire of material illusion. The devotee, thus protected all around, is sure to reach the ultimate destinations of perfections. The entire process is hinted at in this mantra and Srimad Bhagavatam. First Canto, Chapter 2, Text 17 to 20. Explain it further. Hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord is itself an act of piety. The Lord wants the everyone to hear and chant his glories, because he is the well-wisher of all living entities. By hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, one becomes cleansed of all undesirable things. And then one's devotion becomes fixed upon the Lord. At this stage, the devotee acquired the Brahminical qualifications. And the effects of the lower modes of nature, passion and ignorance, completely vanish. The devotee becomes fully enlightened by virtue of his devotional service, and thus he comes to know the path of the Lord and the way unto attain him. As all doubt diminishes, he becomes a pure devotee. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purport to Sri Isopanisad, the knowledge that brings one nearer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hmm. Isopanisad. Hakene nayatsu pataraye asman.
Ninayasu Tatara Yasnam
Viswanideva vayunan niveduan.
Visbani Deva Mayunani Devan
Yoyodyasma juhuranameno.
Yujasmat Juranamino
Bhuyistam te nama uktim videma.
Bhuyistanti Lama Apin Vidhiman.
O my Lord, as powerful as fire, O omnipotent one, now I offer you all obeisances, falling on the ground at your feet. O my Lord, please lead me on the right path to reach you. And since you know all that I have done in the past, please free me from the reactions of my passions, so that there will be no hindrance to my progress. Hare Krishna. So this is the prayer our
Yeah,
devotee to the Lord. Is here the prayer is perceiving the Lord as powerful as a fire.
yeah.
Mm. That he is, he is surrendering to the Lord and then asking for burning, burning his fruitive reactions.
Is it a kind of
Yeah,
baptism for
reactions of
Prabhu?
passion. Yes.
Is it a kind of baptism, the burning fire by fire?
Yeah, actually, um, when we surrender to the Lord fully,
Yeah.
then yeah, actually everything is like a burn. Yeah. After that, yeah, when we fully surrender, when we fully surrender, Lord Krishna mentioned in 1866, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Saranam Raja. Mamekam Saranam Raja, and then what is it? Uh,
Very powerful. The word Krishna.
wait, this one.
Power.
Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. Aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami ma shuchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So this is Lord Krishna
Yeah,
speaking to Arjuna.
yeah, yeah. Very
When we
clear.
surrender fully to Lord Krishna,
All kinds of religion.
yeah,
Yeah, then
abandon all
Krishna.
varieties of religion
Yeah,
and just surrender unto me. Yeah. So that is the point. You just surrender to him fully, then Lord Krishna will deliver from
from
sinful
all
reaction.
sinful reactions.
Yeah,
We should
doesn't,
not be fear.
yeah, but it doesn't mean that Lord Krishna will responsible for our sin. But after we surrender fully to Lord Krishna, we no longer actually desiring to
Yeah,
to have sinful action. There is no need of strenuous effort to free oneself from reactions. Yeah, yeah. We should be with faith and love one surrender to Him.
Yeah.
And how to surrender to Him is mentioned. This is process here. Anukulya sasankalpa pratikulya savarjanam rakshishyati tivisvasho goptritve varanang tatha atma nikshepa karpanye satvidha sarana gati. There is six things about surrendering. There is anukul sankalpa pratikul yavarjanam raksa yastiti vishwaso goptrite varanam tatha atma nikshepa karpanye satvidha sarana gati. So this one in Hari Bhakti Vilas and how to surrender over there. So anyhow, so that is if we actually just can be simplified. We just surrender to Lord Krishna. Of course, surrendering to Lord Krishna doesn't mean that we surrender to Krishna and we can do anything what we want. It's not like that. Surrendering to the Lord means, like already explained just now, anukulya sankalpa. Yeah, surrendering. So let's see one from surrender until here.
But Pramo,
Yes,
not like me, I'm a beginner. I should be, if I am praying to Lord Krishna, that I will be together with you and with the community.
your voice is very small. I cannot clearly.
Uh, I, I, I am praying to Lord Krishna
Yes.
that maybe someday I will have enough money to go back to Siem together with you doing the things that we should do, like the prasadam, everything that I can do, like
Yes.
what Krishna like to do for us. It's
Yeah.
very difficult to be away from you because there is no devotee here in this place. Even in this whole province of Cagayan, we are in Cagayan. We
Mm-hmm.
are only two here, PP Marsigan and me.
Oh yeah.
And
Where he
PP
is
is
now is
in
still in
Danang.
Vietnam, right?
Yeah, in Danang.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who who advised me to you connect to the ISKCON. He told me
Mm-hmm.
so that you can learn about Krishna.
Yes, yes. Okay, so here this is explain about. Wait a
Though
minute.
in 1980 I was already I know already Krishna. I know
Yes.
already I am chanting without a direction. I don't know what I will do. I just say
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, no more. And then I'm chanting like what we are doing now, but there is no Jaya Sri Krishna, Jaya Sri Krishna, no introduction. I just only chanting Krishna Krishna,
Yeah, yeah,
normal there
yeah.
before, yeah. And
The
then,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya is very very important because
yeah,
like we are getting the blessing from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
and teaching my sister. I told her the Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, and then chanted. I gave her the 108 mantra
Yes,
from Srila Prabhupada.
yes.
I told her, you do that every time you are free. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we can stop here for today.
Yes, Prabhu, maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Sri Isopanisad is complete now. We already read all of them.
already until
Yeah, so
happens.
next maybe we will read another book
Okay,
for
Father.
Saturday. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
For Sunday tomorrow
Yeah.
I cannot have.
Maybe you are going to the community doing the prasadam at the time at Sunday. You are
Yes.
busy.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Hare Bol. Yes, La Prabhupada.
What